Sports.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Looking to pass first play is Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains. Control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting it in for the sack.
The offense so far this drive putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and match, but it became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Gano's kick is good, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, back to Gaskin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Dolphins at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And some room to run now. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun now on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
That's really leaky in the beginning of their drive. But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I was laughing when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. Now Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on third. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Prescott got his man complete over the middle.
It's Carson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. But not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 9 now. And this is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Prescott's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect from distance.
walks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, we'll move right through the break then. Skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Open man is the tight end Troutman. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Second down, Gaskin. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Gaskin. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. They'll run here with Gaskin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. Touchdown, Dolphins! Adam Troutman from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Hall again on second down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Hall. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Option play, here's Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Miami. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. On play action, Prescott. He finds Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Prescott now.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jets on 3rd down. They they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Second and 3. This throw nearly intercepted. The big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So out of the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Gaskin will try it up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. They run it with Hall off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Dolphins bring on an extra. back on third down. Prescott now from the 50. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And quickly they get to the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Don't stop. Let's rock.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 2nd and 1. The open man here, Renfro. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man, that's Renfro. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw again. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have got to a 2-score game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point and good by Sanders. And And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. For the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Jets, they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make